here. So say I have a second page here and I need to navigate to that screen. I can come, say you can apply navigation to a host of different objects, but say I just have a button here somewhere and I want to set that up to do a page flip. I can choose navigation. From there, I can choose navigate to next control panel, a specific one, where then you can even select a specific control panel. So there's some different options there. But now, if I go back into operation mode, I can click that button. It'll navigate over. Of course, on this page, I could set up another button to maybe navigate back to that or back to a different page. But that is how it's done. Instead of the parameter here, you can do navigation. And another one there is with presets as well. So if you want to assign that button to fire preset, that's there as well.
A really cool option for the navigation functionality is, let's just say you have a control panel group of like 10 pages. If you drag in a radio button or just a button itself and do the command navigate, so you go back to that navigate, please, for the button, for the mode. Yeah, so go to navigation and then command. Okay, so control panel list. So when you select that option, all of your control panels are now on that radio button. So that'll automatically populate with every page that you have programmed.
Bring in the radio button, navigation, control panel list. For this one, I just had the 2, but that's a good way to, thanks.
And
Steve.
the other nice thing is you can go up to properties and select show on all panels, and it'll automatically apply that to every panel in your control panel group, which is a really quick way of setting up navigation. So you don't have to individually go to each page and do that every single time. So just design ops has been architected to be as quick with design as humanly possible.
Is it possible to send out a string? So I'm guessing you mean with
like
third-party control?
Yeah, third-party control probably. Yeah.
So you can do that. So one thing, let me go back. Maybe, sorry, let me get back out of this. Go back to my classroom example. It's easier to show there. But yes, we have the ability to send out strings. Of course, I mentioned a little bit with the custom programming behind that. So you can actually host a Lua script behind a control screen as well. But just a simple string, maybe in my space, I want to add there's a custom script. You can also just do let's see, basic logic event. I believe it is. No, that's not it. I know I saw it earlier. So send text, that's an example. I can set this to TCP, UDP, send a string out. I can then set up my trigger in here to my control panel group, and that's a way to send that string out. So again, if I set up whatever button I have on my screen, I can choose parameter and just tie that to that TCP send that I have. Right, and then that will send the string out to the other device. Receive string as well. I see that. Yes, you can set up receive strings, and again, we have Lua as well as our custom programming language that you can basically set up any third-party control with that. That's either sending out or receiving from others. We'll have a lot of those modules as well available on the website very soon. So similar to intelligent modules that we created for Composer, we'll have that same library built for Cognio. So we'll port those over, as well as continue expanding on any of those in the future that people use a lot out there. So yeah, same thing. If we can actually, when we're setting up our different custom modules, I have the option to say add an audio input to that. So then I can actually get an active audio input from maybe a Dante mic or something out there and use that in my custom script to again process the audio coming in and do whatever I would like to from that information. And we haven't done a lot. If you look back at our previous webinars as well, we've done a lot with the audio control, not a lot on third party. So I definitely keep following us along, and I'm sure we'll have some further talks that go into the third party control and setting that up yourself. Stay tuned for that as well. It's very easy to copy things over. Again, if I'm creating, maybe I have an existing control panel group and I want to just add another one. You can easily import one you already have or copy that over to already have all the controls on the screen. We don't have something right now to say, hey, select everything and scale it down. That's another feature that I think might be useful. But for right now, what you would do is you just change your resolution. Say I went all the way off the page, but you still have that there available. It's not going to just delete and go away. And you can, again, select all controls at one time, bring them on there and resize accordingly. That's a good point, and something I'm sure that we'll talk more about. Yes, so we do have that ability. Now, I know that's a big request previously, being able to, yeah, maybe a signal goes off. The common one I think about is like a room divider for a combined space where they know the room is now combined and they want to change what the touch panel is showing. That is fully able to set up. One thing I didn't show out as well is this tabular view. So there's different stuff like I can remote enable specific controls, make them invisible on the page as well, or of course hit that page flip to go to an entire different panel as well. Yes. Yes, actually. So Cognio, again, it's a standalone control system. Any device that we see here in our toolkit has control processing built into it. And because that Zone 761 has the open API available, we can set up things to, yes, have a Cognio device control it. You could set up a touch panel interface, say, something that previously wasn't, that didn't ship with that zone mix, but now I can actually set up a touch screen because again, this can exist on its own and it can send control strings out to that zone 761 and control it. So definitely, yes. And I would say, so we talked a little bit about third party, but you'll see some stuff from us as well as far as being able to control stuff like zone 761 to make that nice and easy for you when that application does come up. Currently, we don't have a separate program to run just the control screen. Again, all you have to do is just have a browser to be able to hit that IP. So it's kind of doing the communication in the same way, I guess. With SimView, it had to still be on the same network, but now it's just all browser based. And again, included. I guess SimView was already included, but the feature here is that, again, any device, so no longer just the PC. Even if you need to get by with your phone, walking into that room, you can hit that web address. I don't have that example here today with a live Cognio processor next to me, but what it looks like is you hit the IP address, you'll see some diagnostics basic info there, and there's an option in kind of the top right corner to go to control panel groups, and from there you'll see something really similar to this screen where you can go into whatever space you might want to control. You can also, of course, then set that up. We get asked about like kiosk mode for iPads and stuff like that. You can have a custom URL just for a space as well, to just directly go to the control screen and miss the diagnostics. But again, all that's available with every single product. Just hit that IP address and it has that custom control screen. But nothing quite like SimView at this point. We're going with the web GUI. If you can't directly, unless you set up something like, say, a remote PC there, you can't directly remote into the device. But what DesignOps will use is our AV Ops Center, which was already enabled with Composer. But what that is our cloud-based web control of the devices. So you'll be able to log into AV Ops Center or get updates on anything, like if equipment might have gone down. You can set up some presets and stuff like that, so you don't have to drive across town to unmute a mic or turn the volume up, right? You can program some of that stuff to be able to easily access it, and again, get the overall health of it and know what events might have happened there. So AV Ops Center, I believe that's actually our next webinar as well. We'll be diving into that. I know they've unlocked some new features there. But we'll be using that we previously did it with Composer, same portal there will be used with Cognio.